Hello everyone, this is my brother who shares jewelry knowledge and buries my industry experience channel. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you subscribe. Today, I will tell you about traps when consumers come forward to buy diamonds. In fact, they are not purely consumers. Even if I do so patiently, there will be many traps. Today, I will share it with you. What about you, usually looking at my channel? I believe you already have a deal with diamonds or some jewelry. There will be a certain understanding. Hey, this time in fact it's a bit of knowledge and experience to share, but what about the market? And there are really a lot of scammers in the family. Let me talk about my own experience in the past 2 weeks. Before that, there was a person who used WhatsApp. I just called it a 3-card diamond. It's so urgent. If you want it, it will be clean on the second day. If you want a diamond, don't draw a pair of rings. Then ask me to help you find the diamond. I'm used to doing all these customers. Of course, the first hand is paid and the next hand is delivered. The price is about 300,000 to 200,000. After that, when WhatsApp arrived, I said that I was so busy. After that, I almost had to pay the time for the diamonds. I had already prepared the price, so I just called an assistant. When I came to the bank, I couldn't count it, so after I said okay, someone came up and told me that I was in a hurry. After giving me a piece of counting paper, I didn't even tie the diamond, so I thought it was right, so of course I held it. The newspaper turned a diamond and asked me an accountant. Where is my accountant? Go to the bank to check and check it immediately. Hey, check back a balance. There are really this number. I am an accountant lady. I am really good and careful to get a job early. I am so careful and give it directly to the bank. Is it really receiving this amount of money? What about the bank? Just answer that one is a promissory note. Of course I don't want to write it. It's a promissory note in advance. It's not in the number, so I'll say the same thing. Hey, it's not in the number, so I won't write it. Is it really suddenly dark? Just talk to yourself. I received a phone call saying that the car was set up downstairs, so I resisted someone to immediately drop downstairs and turn over the car. Because I couldn't help it at that time, my colleague let it go and then dropped off. After that, I disappeared. After that, I went to WhatsApp to check the so-called boss. I asked, do you need any diamonds? If you need one stone by one, if you need it, I'll make an appointment later. It's alright, I might as well make an appointment with the church next time. I want to talk to you. You will reply after you explain what I told you, so the power of God is really powerful. Actually, what I mean is, I have been doing business for so many years, but it is still true. These things happen. In fact, people are everywhere. Sometimes I don't think that a handsome guy or a good car is a good person. Everything in the world is taught, so you really have to be careful. If my colleague takes it lightly and gives me a stone during the battle, I will lose 300,000 yuan. But well, I'm in this line, but I'm actually a liar. Stealing means encountering it every year. I have met a few diamond thieves when I tried to visit Dubai, but I will talk about it again next time I have a chance. Otherwise, I will become a warning sign. Okay, let's get to the point. What kind of world is the first trap? I don't think that Hong Kong's public security is good. In fact, it's really repetitive. It's really a lot of people. Just like a few days ago, after watching one order, my YouTube friend asked me if I could buy a stone, GVS 11 Cart 3 XL fluorescent lights. When I saw it, my name was Zhang Shirt. Let me take a look. So it's called sales. Just send a shirt and send a picture. I knew there was a problem as soon as I saw it. Hey, because the price is very good. In fact, it is already very close to the price of some upstairs shops. Of course, it is not as good as me, but a customer told me that this shop is actually a big chain brand with a Chinese surname. Hey, a salesman, it's just a special price, it's not easy to sell, so I ask send Zhang shirt. I want a complete shirt to see. After a row of salesmen, send it first and then the rest are sent. I already felt so strange, so I asked you to send the meme. It was send and sunned into a shirt. When I looked at it, it was indeed a certificate again. It was a few years ago. I didn't know if it was a second-hand diamond. Is it a big chain brand after so many years? I don't know how many thousands of branches around the world can't sell it, but why do I believe in second-hand goods? It's a big guy, there are pictures to prove it, and there are pictures and the truth. Hey, what do you think is a second-hand situation? What is it? Big brands really make enough money. You can judge for yourself. If you talk about second-hand diamond trading, you should pay attention to places. You can watch my last short video. I have already mentioned it. In fact, I think it's not a problem at all. It's just like you go to Shanda to buy a second-hand iPhone. I think it's okay. It's environmentally friendly and not wasteful. If you want to replace an old one with a new one, you can save some budget. But if it's obvious... Second-hand iPhone. What about you? Just put it in a box and pretend to be new and sell it back. I think it's good to pretend to be new and sell it back. Morality is good to make money. I think it's okay to understand. That's why a gentleman loves it in a good way. If you are second-hand, let others listen to it. If it's second-hand, it's not good to say that it's a special price. You have to have a bottom line as a person. Unless you don't know how to collect a few second-hand diamonds, then you will go back with each diamond. GIA has issued a new certificate. What about the ring holder and diamond holder? You don't need to re-embed them. I think it's okay for you. Otherwise, second-hand diamonds, the first diamond grading may be different after a few years, such as Accuracy. For details, you can watch my last video. Hey, point 2, hey, 18K, or some park-in diamonds are metal, they will be disabled, old and worn out. If you just walk over and turn over the gold, you will give it to the next guest. You can't guarantee that the claw system of the diamond will break and cause the diamond to fall off. Throw a stone for a while? Hey, you can imagine that you may say a lot of big stones, but if a few fine diamonds are often thick, you have to use wedge-at business. That is, you have to use a microscope to injure the embedded. You don't know how to tie the last hand and how long it lasts to bury it, so you just turn over and you give it to the next customer and you need a piece of jewelry. If something goes wrong, Kay, do you think I had a YouTube friend who told me before? In fact, I think that second-hand recycling is a good thing, good for merchants and customers, and merchants can make money. Customers can upgrade up diamond budget without spending so much. In fact, I totally agree. If you let others listen to it, you accept second-hand items, you go and re-embed the stones and reissue the certificate, I think it's okay. But if you don't let customers listen to it, I think it's really good. Why don't you see it? Besides, Everyone, if there is a shop, you have to listen to what you say. If you accept second-hand diamonds, if I write a package, you will definitely sell second-hand diamonds. Will you sell them again? Why don't you accept it just for interest, huh? There are some customers' words for me to listen to. The companies that collect diamonds ask if the pieces will be second-hand. And if they don't, why do you collect some diamonds? Well, the color of the second trap diamond can be changed through post-processing, except for some laboratory synthetic diamonds. Diamonds will be seen on the market for a long time, and the modified diamond certificate with the color grading in English will have a star symbol on it, which means that it has undergone post-processing. The most common method, they are all treated with high temperature and high pressure HTHP, which imitates the natural diamond formation environment. They are treated with an air pressure of 60,000 yuan and a high temperature of 5,000 to 2,000 degrees Celsius, which can improve the color of some brown or gray masonry. Because there is a clear color marked on the certificate and there is a star on the side, it is obvious. If consumers have read the certificate, they will have the opportunity to ask, but you all know something about it. Some consumers may enter a shop and see that they can only wear a diamond ring. Display, what color is it written? If you see a certificate or color, buy it, so you may not notice it. People should be careful. The third thing is to be careful. There are flaws in natural diamonds. Everyone knows that there are a few. Diamonds with poor degree may have some big black impurities and obvious impurities, so there is a way to deal with it. What is the most common way to deal with it? It is called laser jewel. After punching the hole, use a few chemicals to hold the hole and pour it in. You can remove the impurities and then fill them with some glass, or some transparent substances fall off and the black spots will not be seen because of using laser. It's so scared that you will definitely leave behind a permanent laser hole. As you all know, the hardness of such filling items will never be the same as that of diamonds, and I have some experienced experts. In fact, you can easily observe that with a 10x magnifying glass, you can easily observe that the diamond can be quiet with a laser hole. If it is upgraded to a grade, it can be upgraded to SI2 at least, but if it is a method, you have to measure it. Well, it's not good to bury it together because after you drill the hole, the price of this diamond will be greatly reduced. So how much will it be reduced? Let me tell you an example. 2 or 3 years ago, I went to Japan and helped a customer find a stone. In the end, I found a 2-carat diamond for the same price. It only costs Hong Kong dollars. 25,000 mosquitoes are up and down, and there is this laser turning hole. Think about how much it is actually. So you can't even buy it with a single card for 20,000 mosquitoes, is it? There are pictures and truth in Huaizheng, but there are some businesses in the department that can actually use this loophole to tell you if you feed the same 4C gel, you can sell it a little so you can actually make a lot of money. Where's the side? You can also tell a guest, hey, I'm in the same 4C, but I'm in the same quarantine room. I've been in another room. If my guest hears it, he doesn't even tie it clearly. It's a help. I use a 10x magnifying glass every minute. In fact, I'm not an expert. I can't even see the laser hole and the buried line every minute. The laser hole is GI. What about the certificate? If there is a label, it is called Laser Jil Ho. What about ordinary consumers and sometimes big certificates? If you have the opportunity to see a more obvious line in the Zhengdao picture, the description is written. But if you buy a diamond below 1 card, it is a fine certificate, then there will be a word Zhengdu description. If you don't look at the diamond, or if you have started to understand the diamond channel, won't you pay attention to this word at all? Hey, I believe it. Watch this short video. Do you know about this? Well, the 4th trap is called rabbit syndrome. It is rare in Hong Kong, but it is common in mainland China. You must be very careful. It also belongs to the most moral bottom line and buries industry ethics. What's terrible about deception? It's just for ordinary consumers, except that after you buy a diamond, you go to a regular laboratory. It seems to be a GIA. If you don't look at the diamond, it's with the naked eye. If you can't tell the difference between some unscrupulous merchants, you will use some low-grade natural diamonds, or even some synthetic laboratory diamonds. Just cooperate with a higher quality grading GIA appraisal certificate, use some fakes, and pretend to be some good ones, and make huge profits by confusing the fake with the real ones. This one is called a false certificate, which is very difficult to find. The most common way is to use laboratory diamonds to find people, such as how. After the natural diamond certificate, I take a laboratory diamond and then use the laser diamond to black the number exactly the same as the number of the certificate to increase the waste of the diamond, because the laboratory diamond is the same as the natural diamond. The appearance is very similar. If you still bury a GIA number, you will be so stable after that, you just put a shirt online and go to a website. Hey, you really have a shirt. Then you think the shirt is a real diamond. It's so scary, so it's actually hard to tell the difference between the same thing. If this is the case, the price of natural diamonds and buried synthetic diamonds is at least twice or more, and some are even 80%, then you really need to be very careful. How can I distinguish them? Of course, the first thing is to check your diamond waistline number. It is not the same as the certificate. If it is different at all, it must be fake. But it's just a show. Make the whole set of the numbers have to be the same. It should be true that the fake GIA number will be carved into the second place on the waist of the diamond. After that, you can look at the number on the waist of the diamond. Use a 10x or 20x magnifying glass to observe a GIA number. The first 3 letters are a string of numbers after GIA because it is a black word memory technique, which is relatively difficult and costly. So if you look at the picture below, the left side is the real GIA black number and the right side is the number. It's fake. You will see it. The 3 numbers of GIA are relatively solid, so be careful with such a small one. Because GIA's memes are rich, such memes are good, and the fonts are relatively clear and fine. The one on the right is blackened with a hot laser. The font will be good. Black because the diamond itself has some carbon elements. It will turn black when exposed to a hot laser. So what can you see with a 20x magnifying glass? It's just the difference in black words. And the third one is if you buy more than 1 card of diamonds, a diamond, a GIA certificate, a big certificate, you can use a 10x magnifying glass. Just observe that the defects on the diamond are not consistent with the description in the positivity distribution diagram on the certificate. If you find the defects and locations of the diamonds, they are all the same. It is almost definitely a problem, because it is so difficult to make the defects exactly the same. But if there is a big difference, it is obvious that there is a tie. Is that so? Basically, there is a great chance to verify this and you need to check it further, but there will be some limitations because if your diamond is highly positive, such as VBS1, IFR, FLR, VBS2. In fact, it is very difficult for you to observe a flaw. If you are SI, it will be easier to observe. Similarly, if you buy a diamond is a fine diamond, even if it is less than 1 card, it is just a positive distribution map, so you can't use this method. There is a method, but it's the same. It's really easy to talk about experience. It's just to look at the diamond cutting ratio. The diamond cutting ratio is so difficult to control. Almost, you may find 2 diamonds. The cutting ratio is exactly the same diamond, but if you don't look at diamonds all day, if you see the cutting ratio of a diamond, it's actually difficult for you to tell whether it is the same diamond or not. You really have to observe it yourself. It's easier, just look at a pair of GIA numbers. In fact, I've talked about it in my last YouTube. You can turn it around and take a look. If you have time, what about the scammer technique? There are really an endless stream of unscrupulous merchants. They often deceive a few consumers. They are also sharp and keep pace with the times. That is, it seems that there were no scammers in the department more than 10 years ago. There are technical departments that can diamonds. There are black words on it, but the technology of GIA is already very mature after all. Chinese mainland is the largest laboratory in the world, a stone production place. But what about diamond products as consumers? In fact, the department is very professional. It's really hard to understand it thoroughly. Think about how I talked a lot about 10 YouTube posts. In fact, I haven't finished talking. In fact, there is a lot that I haven't talked about, so it doesn't matter. Words, if you go to buy diamonds, go online for 10 or 20 minutes to do research. Then you will know that you want to buy them, and don't be afraid of others. Hug them. I want to be fair. That is, I want them. The price side is the most flat, and the best room must be the best. Be careful that the gain outweighs the loss. Many times when you buy a sample, the price is lower than the market price. There are certain risks in itself. If you want to know the approximate price of a diamond with a large size of less than 1 card, hey, actually you can watch another video of mine. You can watch it when you have time. So, where are you buying diamonds? Where are diamond jewelry? I suggest that you go to some companies with a history or a long operation time, if some shops are possible. It's been a month or 2 since it has been opened, or even just a year or 2, so you have to be careful. Well, finally, you see the first pictures and the truth. In fact, it's all about watching my YouTube friends and asking me questions when they see it. Actually, I make these short videos. It's really money, so you subscribe or like my short videos. It's actually my greatest encouragement. Thank you for sharing them this time. If you don't subscribe my channel, hope subscribe, bye.